What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video on the channel. We got the B spec out, the Outcast 8S. Everything is pretty much still stock on it the way that it was out the box, except for if you saw the first video with this, you know that I broke a rear arm. I went ahead and replaced that rear arm with an RPM arm. Well, 2 RPM arms in the rear. We didn't do the front yet because they're not broken yet. And I also did go ahead and up the punch. Just a little bit more. Didn't put the speed gear in it yet. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure just yet. Man, this thing is really big. It's huge. Woo! So I set the punch to 5 because I wanted to have more control of it, be able to pull it up out of a nosedive. Just like that. You can see the nose was starting to dip a little bit, but turning the punch up has really allowed me to be able to get it up out that nosedive. See, just like that. So stinking wheelie machine, man. Thing is so big. Not sure which video you're gonna see first, but I did come out here with my fire team. I ran the fire team first, and man, is this such a difference between running this and the fire team. Even though you're like, it's not that much bigger than the fire team. And I'll put up a comparison picture of the two. It's not that much bigger, but it behaves so much differently. And I mean, obviously there's things in here that are bigger than that fire team, like the motor and shocks and things of that sort, because it is still bigger than the fire team. Like, it is bigger. But man, fire team, you get a backflip out of that thing, man, in the air. And this thing, I'm just trying to get it to level out and straighten up. See what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about getting a backflip out of it because it's just so much more heavier than it. I just don't want this thing to land on its roof. Ride that wheelie. There you go. Stinking animal. I am on 8S. I'm running it 100%. Chicagoland 4S batteries, 2 Chicagoland 4S batteries, 6600 milliamp, 120C. So I got a question for everybody, especially the ones watching this who might have one or have experience with it. Droop screws. This thing does not have any in it. And I got the RPM arms on it, and they don't even have a place for you to input any droop screws. So, question, what do you guys do? I was reading on the forum somewhere, somebody said they put lighter weight oil in the shocks to help it soak up a little bit more and not put so much of a stress on the shock rods, the shock rods. I guess what RPM's explanation for not having an area for the droop screws was it would bend the ears of the chassis where you could put them at. So if you notice, it has spots for them, but as you can see, there's nothing on these RPM arms built into it. But even the stock ones don't have droop screws in them, but they do have 2 holes in them where you can put some screws at if you wanted to. But I guess RPM said in testing it, the droop screws ended up bending that part of the chassis, so they thought it wasn't even worth having a space for you to even put droop screws on. So what do you guys do? Oh, that's the other part. Like they were saying, they thought it would be better, which is true, instead of damaging the chassis, much rather have a shock rod or something take the brunt of the hit and break. Which makes sense, because that is cheaper to replace than a chassis. But what do? I did raise the ride height through the shop. I did read, like I said, somebody said change the weight to a lighter weight. That'll help the shock rods to not get too much abuse. Just a question, if anybody has any experience with it. Figured I'd throw it out there. I like to see other people's comments, and I like to learn. Even though I've been doing it for a little while, I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. We learn from each other, so if you have any ideas, put them in the comments. Whew. Man, it's getting up, man. I dig it. I just can't get over how massive this thing actually is on the road. I think I saw some people trying to walk by. Ooh, ooh. Had to pause for a moment. Had a couple walking by with their dog, but then he asked me some questions, so he's looking for one for himself now. He was literally watching me run it up and down the road over here and doing some jumps with it. Then he says he wanted to actually try to buy mine. I said, it's not for sale, man. I'm having too much fun to put this thing up for sale yet. Ooh. But he wanted to know where to get one for himself, so might have another person in the RCs very soon, people. I like sharing that type of stuff with people. I like sharing, getting other people into it. That's one of the best parts about it, is sharing a hobby and getting other people into it who had no idea about these things. But anyways, all right guys, this is gonna be a run for me on here. I'm gonna have a little bit more fun and kill these batteries out, but that's gonna be the end of this video. So if you guys like this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I've got other stuff coming on the channel very soon that you're gonna see, so click the notification bell so you don't miss it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.